Hey guys, I am 22 Tiger Dude and I'm here to review the Season 8th episode of SpongeBob SquarePants, which is The Other Patty. The Other Patty, it's about when Plankton and Mr. Krabs, they're once again in their little feud and all that stuff, and as SpongeBob gets the idea of Mr. Krabs and Plankton trying to try to become friends again and all that, but of course the two of them, they have a huge disagreement and all that stuff. So yeah, but the main point of the episode was that there's another restaurant across the Krusty Krab called the Flabby Patty, and Mr. Krabs and Plankton do not like the idea of another competition. So now it is up to Mr. Krabs, Plankton, and SpongeBob to stop the Flabby Patty once and for all, so Mr. Krabs and Plankton could go back to their normal competition with just the Krusty Krab and the Chum Bucket, instead of the competition with the Krusty Krab, Chum Bucket, and the Flabby Patty. Okay, so my thoughts on this episode is that I think it's very good. Now, not to say it's my favorite episode, it is close to my favorite episode, but no, it's not my favorite, but it is very enjoyable, and I could watch this episode over and over again. Only reason it's not my favorite episode is because I do feel like the storyline can be just a tad bit weak at a few parts. A few parts of the episode have felt a tad weak to me, I just don't know why, but it just did, I don't know. Something could have made it a little tad better in a few scenes. But other than that one little problem, this was a very good episode. Storyline was well written, executed well too. Mr. Krabs and Plankton, something about Season 8. I don't know. Season 8's been having these better episodes with Plankton and Mr. Krabs, except this time it's not Plankton trying to go out and steal a Krabby Patty secret formula. Well, it was in the beginning, but the episode, it's just basically Mr. Krabs and Plankton. And then after trying to stop the Flabby Patty separately, that's when the two are forced to finally come to team up together to stop the Flabby Patty. So what do? They team up together. And the episode just executed well. There were funny moments too. There were definitely funny moments in this episode that I really enjoyed. And there was even one hilarious scene. It was kind of disturbing to look at. It was kind of a disturbing scene too, but it sure as hell cracked me up. And if you guys seen this episode, you know what I'm talking about. Let me just try to give you a little hint. Let's just say Plankton falls on Mr. Krabs, and he kind of falls into Mr. Krabs's inside his, in one of his eyes, let's just say that, and it was just kind of disturbing, but it was so funny. I was cracking up literally on the floor. I was laughing on the floor at that part because while it was quite disturbing, it was hilarious, and that was probably the most hilarious part of the episode. Good job, writers. Good job. Excellent job, actually. And then, what's it called? Just like when the storyline comes up together, this is going to be a spoiler alert right here about the ending. So if you have never seen this episode and you really don't want to know what happens at the end, go ahead and skip, I'll say at least 25 seconds. If you really don't care and just want to see it, then go ahead. You're always feel free. Spoiler alert starts now. Alright, so it turns out SpongeBob was behind the whole Flabby Patty thing. And the only reason SpongeBob was part of it was because he wanted Mr. Krabs and Plankton to team up together and discover the power of friendship, which was actually the recipe for the Flabby Patty. And so it was all SpongeBob's idea all along. Alright, spoiler alert over. And just like the ending, just like what happens, like literally at the last part of the ending, It was funny. Andy definitely had me laughing, and it was great too because it kind of has a little more of the close Plankton, Mr. Krabs. Like, I know they're enemies, and I know they used to be best friends, and of course, Friend or Foe gives you all the information about their past, but you can really tell that deep down, Plankton and Mr. Krabs, they really do care for each other, you know? I know they hide it, but you really can tell. Just by watching these episodes, they can be pretty close, and they can be friends, on the inside at least, you know? I think that's what I enjoy about these episodes, you know? Just like the bond between Mr. Krabs and Plankton, even though it's kind of hidden, they do care about each other, you could actually tell. And I just think this is an overall enjoyable episode, so I'm going to give the other patty 9.5 out of 10. And okay, you guys, of course, if you enjoyed what you've seen here, I am 22 Tiger Dude. Comment below and let me know what you think of this episode, The Other Patty. What is your opinion? Is it, what you think of the storyline? What you think of the Krabs and Plankton bond, even though, yeah, and just anything. I'm 22 Tiger Dude. Of course, please subscribe to me. Like this video, share this video, and just goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.